What's up, it's Stu, and today we're working on the Ep3 again, and we're going to remove the cat and put a decat pipe on. This is what you need. These are all the parts that you need first off. So you need 2 bolts, that's the part number for the bolt, 2 springs, that's the part number for the spring. That's the bolt. A gasket to go from your decat to your B pipe. That's part number for your gasket. And then you need one of these, the fire rings or whatever they call them, gaskets. And that's the part number for them. So this is what goes on your down pipe to your decat. You also need, it all depends on what bolts are fitted, because these bolts are different size heads. I think these are 13 heads, but my down pipe bolts are a 12 and an 11. So you need a 12 and 11 mil socket, a 13 mil socket, an array of extensions, 30 mil spanner, and a 22 Lambda socket, and a 3/8 ratchet, and WD-40. So spray everything first with WD-40. I'm actually quite surprised with how easy everything come out. I've done a decat when I had my ST and ended up the sensors won't come out, so I ended up putting new ones in, but these are quite expensive, whereas the ST ones were only about 30 quid. These are looking about 80 quid for a frigging one sensor. So anyway, these come out a piece of piss once I'd put WD-40 on them. Literally unscrew them. I'm just going to leave them dangling. When I put them back in, I'm going to turn them clockwise, anti-clockwise I mean, and then when I screw it in, the cable's not going to be all twisted up. So they literally come out. If you look, all my bolts are rusty as fucking a bit shit, but I just sprayed them and literally they come off. So I'm just going to undo all them. There's my down pipe bolts up there. One's an 11 and one's a 12, don't ask me why, but all my springs are snapped anyway, so I've already undone these. If you look at them, they're all rusted to fucking, my springs are snapped. So that's it. So we're just going to crack on with getting that actually off. I'll spray some WD on the actual hanger rubber as well, just to make that a bit easier to get off. So let's get cracking. So you need a long extension. Go from where your anti-roll bar is there, straight across to the top of it there. If you can see. And there you are. On the other side, you can leave extension on and crack them off. But use WD-40. Just fucking does wonders. Takes everything off. I only soaked these for about 5 minutes and everything cracked off really well. And you can see how rusted and fucked they are. I think that spring's alright. So we're going to go 13. We're just going to crack these off. You're going to need some
see if I can crack these off with me bopper. They might not come off it bopper. That's straight off.
So that's all my bolts out. Might need a bit of a knocking stick. Got all that water dripping out of it there. There's some weight in this. There you go. That's your old cat off, and fuck me, that's heavy. That's a decat, so it's just a toyosport one. I paid 30 quid for it, second hand. This guy's had it on his car, what, 15 miles he said. Said it was just too loud. Yeah. But fuck it. But this is it's a silenced fucking decat, which I didn't really want. I just wanted a straight pipe, so really I could chop that off and just put a straight piece of 2AB in there, but fuck it. So what you want to do, you just want to find something to clean the face of this. You can put exhaust paste on or whatever you fancy. That gasket's come off anyway, that's easy, but these go really brittle. These go really brittle after a bit, once they've had some heat go through them. What I do have is a little wire brush. I'll stick in my drill and I'll just give it a quick
brush off with that. So look here if I can get in with it.
So what I've got is Ep3s, 6 washers, 3 nylocks. So I've got 3 Ep3s, nylocks and washers. Doesn't matter if you put nylocks on, they just melt anyway, but you can put spring washers and stuff like that on. Doesn't really matter. The downpipe gasket should just sit on. It should stay on, it shouldn't fall off because they are pretty tight to put on. So, put your decat pipe on. Get that up. Get your gasket. I don't think it matters which way your gasket goes, because it doesn't say it. But I'm going to put the dimples to the back, I think. Aye. Aye. I'm going to stick one of my bolts in. Just finger tight at the minute. And hopefully this cat shouldn't really move my stuff. So I'm going to get my bolts and my springs. Don't matter which way these go in because they're not sided. Oh, that's going to be tricky. And that's that. So all my bolts are in. My lambda sockets, I'm just going to get a tiny bit of copper slip. So I'm going to turn this anti-clockwise a few times. There we go. So you see there, they're not twisted. That's a bit twisted. That could do with going a bit further around, but it's all right. So everything's in. All I need to do is dog everything up. But you need a 15 if you've got bolts like my new ones. They're 15. You just dog them up till they stop because the springs act like a flexi joint, which is a bit shit. The only thing I hate about this exhaust system that there's no flexis and it's all controlled by springs. There we are, dug them up, so they're not coming out. And we're going to tighten these three up. And that's them all tight, so that shouldn't blow. You just want to double check your exhaust and make sure, since you've moved everything, it's not touching or resting on anything. There we are. 22mm. Now you're just going to dog them up. You're not going to over tighten them because you'll never get the fuckers off. That's it. So all I'm going to do now, I'm going to take my heat shield off, just rattling around that you can hear because you don't fucking need it. So that's everything. Give us a like and a subscribe and a comment. And that's it. Cheers for watching. So I'm just going to start it up, so I'll fast forward through this bit and I'll start it up and see what it sounds like.